I never understood my peers. I noticed a common story in like the Arrow Ace community and people thinking that they felt like they were broken or something was wrong with them. Being a completely
Mm.
odd,
Mhm.
I thought everyone else was weird when I was little. I did not think I was the weirdo. I'm just like, why are y'all talking about this stuff? We're in middle school. Y'all are so weird.
Hi, welcome to the Queer Vision podcast. I am Becca, one of the co-hosts and one of the co-founders of Queerlina. My other co-host and co-founder will be joining me in just a minute. Coe just isn't here right now because I just realized after editing that we didn't have an intro and outro. So sorry. But anyway, so we got to sit down with Forrest. Forrest is a trans man. He just graduated high school. He gets to talk a little bit about his experience with gender, with sexuality, and a few different things on that aspect. And then also a lot about art. Forrest is great with art. You can see him at Last Boy Art on Instagram. And if you haven't seen it already, go to our website, queerlina.org, and you're going to see that we now have a mascot. We haven't really said anything, but his name is Charlie, and we have some projects for him. And Forrest is the one who drew Charlie. Anyway, Forrest is great. It was a good conversation. It was really fun to get to know him, and I'm excited to work with him more. So sit back, strap in, and get ready to listen and enjoy.
Thank you for sitting down with us on the Queer Vision today. Normally we just start out by like giving your name, your pronouns, and then just a little bit about yourself for the viewers.
All right. Uh, well, my name's Forrest. I go by he, him. Uh, what else again?
Just like just a little blurb about you, like I don't know, just anything you
Anything you
want
wanna
the people
share.
to know.
Okay. I really like plushies. The those are all over my room right now. I know
Word.
you can't see them, but above me is a plushie net. Um,
I live.
I work with all types of art mediums, like pretty much anything I can get my hands on. Like more commonly I do paintings, charcoals, watercolors, but on occasion I've done some like other things that like I can't do as often, like glass painting. I've done that at least like once. And
Oh,
I do ceramic. Like I've done ceramics before. I have clay to just work with in general, but I took a ceramic class in high school. And I'm currently working on my own book. I'm on the second draft right now. Um, like still a
word.
work in
Damn.
progress, but it's coming along decently. The first draft, I'm using that as a baseline to work off of.
That's awesome.
That is really cool. Writing a novel or writing a book is a lot of
Yeah,
effort, so I commend you for that.
thank you. Uh, if it's not already obvious, I love reading. That's the ultimate like badge of being a book nerd is you love books so much you write your own book. It wasn't until like I got into writing, it's like whenever you actually realize how much that actually goes into making a book. Like you think of a scene and you think, wow, this is really cool. But then you think, oh crap, I have to actually write that. Like every single word on that page for that sequence.
That is so true. I feel like sometimes whenever I'm doing like writing, I'll be like imagining the scene and I'm wanting to describe it, and then like it's overly descriptive, and I'm like, this is 5 pages describing like one one scene. This is too much, and then I have to go back in and delete stuff.
Well, I don't think that's always a bad thing. Some scenes require that amount of description, and it's really just your writing style, how I see it. For me, I really do like the approach of show don't tell. So a lot of like
Mm-hmm.
the book is actually going to be half comic, half novel. I don't know how to explain it other than some parts will be
Wow.
told purely through pictures, others will be told through words.
Mhm.
The closest I can think
Mhm.
of to what I'm describing, like things like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but even then, like the pictures, like they
Mhm.
don't really tell the story. They're just there as additives to the story.
Mhm.
I'm the way I'm making this book is I've never seen it done this way before. But anyway, I like the written parts. I like to do a lot of descriptive stuff, like just explaining a lot of things, and especially just depending on the character's point of view. For example, out of the three characters I have focused on in the book, one of the main characters, Lucane, he experiences the world's like the first thing he experiences is like the smell of things. So that's the first thing I describe when he enters a new environment is how he's like what the area smells like to him or like what something he's holding smells like. Because that's the very first thing he notices.
That's so
really
cool.
cool. That like gives you like the personality too a little bit
It
of the
makes
character.
it makes it more fun. It also makes it like a lot easier to, I guess you could say, separate the characters from each other because like it gives them more personality to each other. The other character, Briar, he experiences the world's pure like first thing he notices is the way anything looks. And you would think, well, yeah, everyone does that. But he notices just the small intricate details and things. Like just for example, just like picking up a rock, he can see all the like little minerals and crystals inside of just that singular like piece of stone. Or he'll pick up, say, like a piece of glass or something, and he'll notice like the little scratches and ridges on it. Just little details like that is the first thing he notices about anything he's looking at.
That's really cool. That's interesting. So what do you feel like you do more with? We know that you do art, obviously, like we've seen your pieces and the drawings that you did for Nikki as well as the drawing of Charlie that you did for us. But do you do more in like the drawing painting or do you feel like you do more with like the reading writing? Or do you feel like it's split?
I feel like I've gotten to a point where it really is split. I like yeah, I do kind of a bit of both. Of where I have my days where I'm mainly focused on writing, and then other days where I'm mainly focused on working on some project, whether that be a painting, crafts, or even like sewing and that stuff. But yeah, I feel that I have just a balance of sorts when it comes to those things.
So you would just like label yourself more of a creative or an artist overall instead of like sticking to one medium or not?
Yeah, like as I said before, I really just work with any medium that I feel like working with.
Yeah, I feel that. That's always kind of how I've been. Like I've leaned more in like the makeup world and doing those kind of things, but overall I'm just like a crafter and a tinkerer. I don't know. I like messing with things and seeing the outcome. So it's always nice to like have that headspace on things.
Yeah, like in this, I'm not really much of a makeup person, but I do like body art, and I have, like it's over there, but I have, a body paint set. I got it because my mom got it for me, just this big pack because I was going to a Pride event and I wanted to do, like just Pride paint on myself. And then she just got me that pack, so I started messing around with it more, like figured just exploring what more I could do with with pretty much designing art on my body, using my body as the canvas. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge makeup person, but I do like body art.
That's really cool. So what do you feel like is your inspiration whenever you do art in general?
Mm, it varies. It varies on just what I'm making. I do draw a lot of inspiration from natural things or things in my own environment, aka my room. Uh, and
Mm.
uh, you could even say I draw things from just concepts and ideas from books that or books and music. I have so many art projects that I want to do, like painting series I want to do. One of which is I want to paint how I see sound, if that makes any sense. Because in my own head, sound has a color and it has a look to it, and I want to make paintings of those. So really, it's just whatever strikes me in that moment.
I feel like there's a name for that. I feel like I've seen that on TikTok where people are like um painting the song as it's going on and like it's a thing. It's like a I don't know, to visualize sound or to like visualize smell. think that's
Yeah,
like a
I wanna say sonogram, but that's a
yeah, there's a
completely
word.
different thing.
I mean, you
But it
get
does
an
sound
image
like
from
it,
it.
really.
Yeah, like a sonogram is like yeah, it's something, but that's not what a sonogram is.
Live. So you're based in North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Did you grow up here your whole life, or have you like moved here? What was that like?
Yeah, absolutely not. I was not raised here. I was born in Oklahoma, then we moved down
Oh wow.
to Texas. Well, we lived in Weslaco, that's like right on the border of Texas, so basically Mexico.
Mhm.
Then we moved up to be with some other family in like Arlington. Lived there till I was about 11. Then we moved here. Have moved around a couple times here. Yeah, that's like
Wow.
I wouldn't say I exactly have a hometown, but the best I can say is I've lived in Texas the longest. So
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
I just looked it up, by the way. It's called synesthesia. I had to look it up, or else I would have not paid attention to anything until I remembered it. So
now that
it
is
is
fair.
synesthesia. So you are younger, from what I remember Nikki saying. So you have experienced a way different like life, um, for like school and stuff like that than I feel like I ever did. What what has it been like growing up as a queer person going to school right now and during COVID and stuff like that?
Well, during COVID, like okay, I don't know if Nikki mentioned this part. Understandably, if she didn't. My memories are a bit muggy. I was in a severe accident in the summer
Oh.
of 2022. I like suffered a lot of
Mm.
injuries, including brain damage. So my memories are muggy around those parts. But from what I can remember,
Mhm.
like it wasn't awful. Uh, like I don't know, because during COVID and all that, COVID actually is what gave me the opportunity to actually be with myself and fully reflect on myself and figure certain things out.
Mm.
What like at first I thought I was a lesbian. Like that was the very first strike. I'm just like, well, I've never been into guys. I think I might be into like women and girls or whatever. Fast forward to now, I figured out I'm on the arrow A spectrum. That's why I never thought about boys because I don't care. Like it
Mhm.
really is just a no, I like yeah, attraction can be there. Not that I'm actually physically attracted to anyone though.
Mm.
It's just a I never understood my peers. I noticed a common story in like the arrow ace community and people thinking that they felt like they were broken or something was wrong with them. Being a completely
Mm.
honest,
Mhm.
I thought everyone else was weird when I was little. I did not think I was the weirdo. I'm just like, why are y'all talking about this stuff? We're in middle school. Y'all are so weird. I never thought I was broken or anything like that. um,
That's
but
awesome.
when it came to me being trans, that was a whole other story. Um, I first
Mm.
thought I was gender fluid. And that was still during COVID. And I would say like I had
Mhm.
both an equal measure of supportiveness from other people and unsupportiveness, if that makes any sense. Just the
Mhm.
people who outright didn't care and then those who actually respected me. Um and
Mm.
pretty much my friend group, there's like two straight people in my friend group, the token straight allies. Like so it really is like my friend group. We got together in middle school, and then one by one, we all came out eventually. We're just like, oh, so this is what it's like. I had teachers here and there who were just like, well, no, I'm not gonna do that, and it's like, oh, okay, thank you for that. But eventually got there, figured myself out. And I did have like some people in my life who are supportive, and I have some people in my family who are supportive. My mom, not really. Like at this current point in time, not to get into details, I'm not exactly on best of terms. I'm not really talking to her that much. More so I don't initiate the conversation.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
she has made it clear, like when it comes to my queer identity, um she doesn't care. She's just like, "You can like whoever you want. I don't care." But then my
Mhm.
transgender niece just like let me put it this way. She like when we're in public and like and around people I personally know, she will acknowledge me by my name and by my correct pronouns. She will do that.
Mhm.
But when we're in public in general, like not with people I know personally, she will not do that. Same thing at home. Because she
Mhm.
does not want to be confronted with why she doesn't call me by my name. Uh, and it's like, that's just lovely. So you're willing to do it around other people, but not when we're at home. That's just nice. Um,
So it's
and like,
only about a fear of confrontation, not about respect.
yeah, she tolerates it. Some like in the conversation we had, and like I'm really trying not to spill too many details about it because it's still something that's bothers me a little bit.
Mhm.
Right.
Like I really said to her, it's like, "Mom, that's tolerance. You're doing the bare minimum." She's like, "I don't call you slurs or anything." I'm just like, "Mom, that's the bare minimum. Thank you for not calling me a slur.
Uh,
You're not supposed to do that." Um,
yeah.
and same thing, like, she's just like, "I let you have prize stuff in your
Jesus.
room and things like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." Again, the bare minimum. Like, um,
Yeah, it's like that difference between tolerance and support.
yeah, like, she called that support for a while, and then I told her, "No, what you're doing is tolerance. You are tolerating me being this way." And I'm not allowed to tell my little sister, so that's just fun. Yeah, we really are just at a point where I just don't really talk to her or am talking about it. What's not helping that there's just other issues that I'm not gonna get
Mhm.
into that's just not helping on to this, and it's like, okay, something she said to me was she doesn't want she knows that people in my community tend to not talk to their parents once they get older. And then she said something along
Mhm.
like this over text. She said
Wonder
something
why.
along the lines of like, "Why can't we be different? Why can't we be the exception?" It's just like, "Mom, do you realize why I'm not talking to you? Is it
Yeah.
clicking?"
No. No, I think that's a they call that something selective I don't know, selective something. It's the same reason that like people don't understand that like the actions they have actual consequences.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
she said overall, something she said is, like, she does not want me to have a life when I'm an adult that she's not part of. She's her own worst enemy at this moment. No one is making her act this way, feel this way. We could have, like, a fine relationship if she was just willing to actually, like, just accept that that this is who I am, but she doesn't want to. Uh And she's not going to stop me, like, outright. She's helped me get, like, my current therapist that she helped me get, she tried to make sure that it was actually a queer-friendly therapist. I'm just like, "Okay, you're doing everything to make sure that I have a good space to be around, but you don't want to provide that space yourself."
I feel like sometimes and I'm not going to speak for people, but I feel like I've noticed a pattern of people who are acting the way that you're describing for your mom. And
Uh,
it's people who like they want the best for somebody else, but they're also in in witnessing queerness and witnessing especially transness, there's something inherent about confronting gender norms in yourself and confronting the way that you do things. And I think that some people just aren't ready for that. And although she wants the best for you, maybe she just isn't ready to confront it herself.
Luna agrees. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's just that she does so many things just conflict one another, and it drives
Mhm.
me insane. It makes no sense. I've just learned to deal with it. I've had to do that for a lot of things in my life, just learning to
Mhm.
accept and deal with it. Just until I can move out.
Mhm.
She's probably right that I probably won't willingly reach out to her once I'm not
Mhm.
living here.
Mhm.
Um,
But
and
why would you when this is how you've been treated? I
Mm.
feel like that's also actions have consequences. Also, I do want to say I wasn't making excuses for her. I was just
yeah, no,
acknowledging that a lot of people. have done things like that.
No, it's all
I
right.
realized how that sounded.
I completely understand. I get what you meant. I know that at the end of the day that she does care about me and she does love me, but at the same time, it feels like she loves a version of me that no
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
longer exists,
Mm,
and she
yeah.
doesn't want to accept that. That's at least how it feels.
I
Yeah.
feel like you'll
It's
see a lot of things as you, like, get older. Oh god,
mm-hmm.
now I sound like an old person.
No,
I just
I
sound
was
like an
gonna
old
say
person.
the same thing.
I feel like you'll see a lot of that though, the disconnect in when
Mm-hmm.
people act and they don't realize what their actions are actually doing. Um, but I feel like that's something that you see as you get older. Like I've noticed it with like my parents even. They'll give the shirt off their back. They love all the people
Mm-hmm.
around them, and then they turn around and they say slurs or vote against
Yeah.
people's rights, you know? And so it's just like there's that disconnect. And I think there's a lot, again, with that discomfort, a lot of people are willing to love people until it becomes uncomfortable. And so that's probably why you feel like she loves this portion of you. Because that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
portion is comfortable to love.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of putting it. And at the end of the day, like, she is still my mom, but at the same time, I'm just like, I it gets to a point where it's so tiring to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
It's just, well, I have people in my life who I know support me, so why would I willingly be around people who don't?
Yeah,
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
I
seen
agree
my
with that.
I have extended family who lives here in North Carolina. I have not seen them in months. I don't willingly go out of my way to talk to them. But at the same time, they don't talk to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they have my number. No one texts or
Mm-hmm.
calls me
Hmm.
though. Like, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
none of you guys reach out to me at all. I hear my older sister talking about, like, she's talked with our cousins and stuff, or my other tias, and it's like, why y'all texting her but you're not texting me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
really? Like, I've made
That is
attempts.
also something that like age gets you a little bit, and I think moving away will, like, not necessarily away, but like moving out of the house and stuff like that will definitely get you, is learning the people that are actually in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then you learn your own boundaries. So you learn like I'm willing to do this much for somebody whether or not they're doing this. And then it's like, okay, if they aren't reaching out to me, then my boundary is I'm not going to reach out to them as well. Like you'll be able to build those boundaries for yourself, and you'll be able to tell yourself like, okay, maybe every 5 years I reach out to my mom if she hasn't reached out to me, or you'll say no, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to her at all. Like you'll be able to come up with your own boundaries and your own values, and they might change. That's also
Mm-hmm.
something you have to get comfortable with. Is the discomfort of being somebody that loves yourself so much that you're not going out of your way to make other people comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have some, like, thanks to the therapist that I've had, I'm somewhat reaching that point.
Mm-hmm.
There's the thing that me and my therapist, we've come up with called my people pleaser era, where
Mm,
essentially I was so consumed by making everyone else happy to a point. This is getting a little more personal, like this is where I'm going, like, but I was so consumed with making everyone else happy and making sure everyone else was like good that I was not even living for myself at one point. Like, even when I was doing absolutely terrible, I'm just like, well,
Mm-hmm.
like, they would be sad if I left. Like, they would be sad if I wasn't here. So, like,
mhm.
I'm not going anywhere. But that kind of drains on you when you're not even living for yourself.
Exactly. It makes me think, my therapist recently told me something, and she was like, when you disappoint others, you reappoint yourself.
Mm.
And I think sometimes that can be really powerful because for me, I've definitely like struggled with people pleasing in some regards. And a lot of it is like that disappointment piece because I hate when I feel like I disappoint people. I feel like I hate when I don't say yes to things and people are upset or like, things like that. So
Hmm.
I don't know. That helps me really cognitively reframe it. And I feel like it's very similar to what you're talking about too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Like, yeah, I really have entered an area where I'm just done with being, like, pretty much being a pleaser. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, I am freaking tired. Like, there's so much going on right now. I don't have time. I don't wanna make
Mhm.
energy for this. I don't care. And it's still hard because sometimes that person making things hard is my mom, and it's like, "You're my mom, so I can't really do much, and I'm still living in your house." But it's
Mhm.
still just like, "What do you want from me? I'm giving you everything I have right now. There's nothing else for me to give." The aforementioned accident that I talked about a while ago, it
Mhm.
has left me in a it has left me with a disability. I have chronic pain, and it makes my, like, daily activities a lot more harder than they would be for the average person, and she
Mhm.
also just doesn't get that sometimes. Like, it's just confusing. Um, it really does get to a point where it's like, "Okay, you say you care, but then you do this and stuff." Oh, anywho, going back around to just eh, the yeah, being in an accepting area. I wouldn't say my household really is that. My older sister is eh, like, I don't even know. She confused me as well. My mom's fiance, I don't even think he pays attention to it half the time. My little sister,
Mhm.
she's like 7, so she's not even noticing any of what's going on. Um, and after a certain thing my mom said to me, like, a day or 2 after my 18th birthday, um, I really did decide, "Okay, so she has shown her true colors, and I'm not here for it at all."
Mhm.
Again, not to get
Okay.
into too many details really, she gave me an ultimatum,
Mhm.
about changing my name. I haven't changed my name yet, but she gave me an
Mhm.
ultimatum for when I do change my name, and it really stuck out to me because it's like, "Okay, you're so willing to take away this kind of security for this reason, like, something you're not even paying for. I'm paying for it myself. I'm going through all this stuff myself because 'cause you're not going to help me.
Mhm.
But you're willing to go so far to stop me from doing this, to try and stop me because I'm just like, "Okay, I don't care though." That
Mhm.
it's just like, what else are you willing to do? Because I want to do things like HRT. I
Mhm.
want those parts. So it's like, okay, well, that settles it then. I don't know why you're gonna act surprised that I don't really wanna talk to you.
Mhm.
Like,
So what do you think that your future looks like? Do you have a plan? Do you want to like move out and be with friends? Do you want to do art full time? Do you have a different job in mind? Like what do you want to do with your life moving forward?
currently, I
I know
am
that's a really big question. I know. I'm so sorry.
I was like,
That was really broad. If you need me to narrow it down, I can.
it's you don't understand the amount of times I've been asked that question, so it's fine,
Oh,
I
I
guess.
do. I do. I was 18 months.
It's just like, "Okay, we just got out of high school. Why do we have to act like we
Mhm.
Yeah.
know exactly what the future's gonna look like? We're still trying to figure out how the freaking taxes work, okay?"
100%. 100%. And I will say, I think it's interesting to think about because it gives you a goal,
Mhm.
not
Yeah,
necessarily because we want you to have things figured out. I think, like, I didn't realize that whenever I was younger either.
Mhm.
I thought I had to have my whole life planned and then I planned it and then I completely turned it on its head and am doing absolutely nothing that I planned. And now I
yeah,
have a 5-year plan, 5-year goal, but that doesn't mean I have to do it. It's just something to go towards.
Mhm.
yeah, I currently okay, it's due to my ideology, I don't really have a way of being able to picture where I'll be a few months, let
Mhm.
alone a year from now.
Mhm.
I have the belief of nothing is forever. Things change. Things are
Mhm.
constantly changing, always. And your future very much can change, even if you plan it out to the letter. For example, 5 years back from here, 13-year-old me would never believe that I'm here right now having this interview,
Mhm.
would not even believe
Mhm.
anything like this would be happening.
Mhm.
Heck, 13-year-old me didn't even think that he would be alive right now.
Mhm.
Oh, that's already so much more than anything that I could have thought of. So I cannot imagine what we have in 5 years from now. 15-year-old me, like not 15, 14-year-old me didn't know I'd get into a horrific car accident. That would
Yeah.
leave me like that would leave me handling life so much harder than it already is. So at the current moment, my only steps that I'm trying to reach are okay, I'm trying to find a remote job. It's be very tricky because
So hard. So hard.
my current only form of income is like art commissions, so like freelance stuff. My mom still I still live under her roof. She still covers some things. I don't ask her for stuff though. Like if I can help it, I don't ask her for money or for anything. Um, but yeah, I am trying to find a real job. I finally got a bank account, so that's actually one step to getting my name changed. Which can we talk about that? They're making name change so convoluted, and it's just like, why is
Yup.
it this hard? It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be. That's so stupid. Like, it does not
Yup.
need to be this much of a headache to do a name change. I have to freaking the background check makes sense. Okay, like that makes sense. They want to make sure you don't have any warrants or debts or anything like that. But then it's just this extra shit that makes me go, okay, now you're doing too much.
Yeah.
For real.
And then yeah, just so much extra crap. And like I have to go when I'm able to, I'll be able have to go to the sheriff's office, get fingerprints done, and get the whole background check done, which that's a whole thing in itself. And
Yes.
all that already. It makes it hard, to know that I have to do all this without my mom's support. That kind of makes that a little bit difficult. Nikki actually, I call her my work mom. She essentially has been fulfilling that role in support, which I very much appreciate. And so, yeah, I'm working on finding a remote job. Then after that, within a year from now, maybe in March, hopefully I'll have a job, and hopefully by then I can move in with a friend, because we have this idea that we can they're looking for a place to rent. They would need roommates, and it's like, okay, how about we be roommates and we can find a place to rent. So I'm hoping that can work out. That has to work out if I can find a freaking job. And that it's trickier than some people believe. Ugh, it's such a headake
It is
trying to
impossible
find
right now.
something. It's
Yeah,
just
it's really
okay.
rough.
I find that's kind of dumb too, how people the media, the news, they say, oh, there's a work shortage, this generation doesn't want to work. No, we want to work. Y'all ain't hiring us though. We're trying. We are
Yeah.
For real.
trying out here. Um but aside from all of that, I would like to continue my career in art wherever that will take me. And also my book, I very much want to do more with it, actually publish it myself and maybe sell it. Honestly, I don't care if it sells. I just want to make a story. Same thing with other book ideas I have. I just want to make a story. Whether or not it's
Right.
successful, I don't really care. I don't care if I even just sell 10 copies. That does not matter to me. I just want to be able to hold this physical book. I want to go into a store and see that book on the shelf.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
My book is called Two Sides of the Same Coin. The main themes of it the main theme of it, out of all the other themes that are in it, is the complexity of morality. Just we have so many stories of good and evil, it's been done a million times before. But what about the money gray area, that no one talks about? I'm covering that in my story. The story is Lucane, he's one of the main characters, is a witch, and he, whether or not by under some other by some other force of power, as the goal goes on a journey to summon an entity who promises to eradicate the human race, because his kind and Malaks in general have been horribly oppressed by the human race for many years. And Briar goes goes after to stop him. On the way, their own moralities and ideas are challenged. And it's a really fun story. I really like it. One of the little details in it that I really like, I don't see enough aro ace representation. It's pretty much
Mhm.
non-existent. So the pair are an aro ace couple, and I like it a lot. It's
Oh.
simple. The story doesn't focus on romance. It's kind of there, but it's like aro ace romance. Exactly that.
Mhm.
It's the kind of love that if there was more stuff on aro ace, I would not have questioned so long. Like I wouldn't have taken so long to figure this crap out because there's nothing about this. You never hear about it in the
Mhm.
media ever. And it's like there's no textbook for these things. So you just have to kind of figure it out. It's what's worse about Arrow Ace is that it's not even like there's low representation. No representation at all is worse than having just a little bit, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
it's like the media acts like we don't exist at all, and it kind of sucks.
Mhm.
So I want to
Mhm.
fix that with my book.
That's
Um,
Yes.
awesome.
and so yeah, like it's a really interesting story. One of my favorite parts of it is how I'm going to be messing around with the pictures and imagery, but also flipping between their perspectives. It's one of those stories where it's on like one chapter, it's in one character's perspective, and the other another character's perspective. Like it'll change around like that, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. This book has been 5 years in the making or so.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I actually didn't start writing it till a year ago, I think, because I was when I got my tablet slash laptop. It's just a tablet with a Bluetooth keyboard.
Mhm.
um, but I got that. I was finally able to start writing my book. But up until then, I had been thinking of the story for years, and the inspiration for the story, you're not gonna believe this. 2 weeks into school, our English teacher gave us an assignment to make a story based on the concept of a hero's journey. And I
Mhm.
wish I could send it to you guys later if you want. I
Mhm.
asked her, can I make a comic panel? Because me being the artist I was, I loved doing that.
Mhm.
I've drawn out comic panels before. And she said, yeah. So I the night before it was due, I was also up very late working on this little comic panel of this story. And that's the very first time I thought of the story, like thought of the details of it. And then even after the assignment, I thought, I actually want to do more with this. I want to make it into a full story, into a full book. So I was
Mhm.
thinking of it for years, working on the concept, working on the characters, and then when I was finally able to start writing it, it all just came out. 50 chapters.
I
I
live.
love it when that happens, when it's just like inspiration, then you just start writing or working on whatever you're working on, and it just like vomits out of you.
Yeah,
But
it it was tricky on some sense because the the part that no one talks about with it comes to writing a book, you can have your plot points. But then it's like, okay, what about the in-betweens? What happens between those plot points
Mhm.
to get there? I didn't have those. It really, for lack of better words, during my writing process of writing the first draft, I was bullshitting. I was just like, I was
and that's
going
all writing is.
I was going through certain parts. I'm just like, okay, it makes sense. Blah. Like, go for it. And then somehow I'll get to a point where I'm just like, okay, this actually works really well. What the hell? How did I get here?
Mhm.
Um, and then those moments, the dreadful shower moments when you think of an awesome idea and it's just like, okay, I have to finish the
Mhm.
shower right now so I can go write this down.
I
Um,
love that.
True.
Have you ever read the book called Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle?
no, but I will add it to my reading list right now.
You need to. You need to, because it has Arrow Ace representation in it, and we just read
That
it for
is
book
awesome.
club, and you'll have
Please,
to let me know what you think.
please send that to me and send me like the name of that in a message.
In Instagram. Okay, I
Yeah,
will.
so I can't, so I won't forget because I absolutely will forget. Um,
Yeah.
No worries.
but yeah, like that's my current biggest project overall is
Mhm.
my book, and it's a big passion project for me. I
Mhm.
was up until like even when I got to like chapter 15 or so, I was kept getting asked from my sister, like just people around me, just like, "Oh, you're still working on that?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm dead
Mhm.
serious about this. Like, this is not just a little
No.
fling idea." for me,
I
just
love
as a
that.
person, I know this is common with people with ADHD to just make a project and then abandon it. I don't do that. I either start a project or I don't. I don't like leaving projects unfinished. So like I would be writing every free chance I got, just random days on the weekends during school.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, like my in-between time during class, after I got my work done, I would pull out my laptop and just start writing away. Uh,
I live.
just taking every little bit of like free chance I got to like work on it. And like I'm still really happy about it and excited like to what I can make it into. It's gonna be an expensive project because no one said making a book was easy.
Right.
That part.
But all at the same time, nothing worth doing is easy either. So that's
True.
Absolutely.
so far that is the only clear thing that I have in my future is that this book will become a reality one day. Like it will happen.
That's
I'm excited to read it.
exciting. Yes. As we are getting closer to like that hour mark, was there anything you wanted to mention that we didn't touch on or anything?
There are other things in art that I haven't touched on that I would love to get to work with one day. Like something I've tried, but I have learned I cannot do crocheting. That is something that I cannot do for the life of me. And just crocheting is something I can't do, but I can sew. I've made plushies before.
Work.
And what else? Oh, I guess it's just something brief for me, like as an artist to just touch base on. It is kind of irritating in our modern day being an artist with the whole like AI image generator coming up. If you've noticed this on my page, I don't have up any actual drawings. All of the stuff that I have up art-wise is mainly like body paint or just other things that aren't images because I don't want my art being used for generators. And the thing is, I think it could be a useful tool. I think it can be exactly that, a tool. It cannot replace artists. But
Exactly.
it's annoying in our modern day where we have these AI tech bros who are just like, oh, AI is the future and like this is gonna be so much better. And it's just like AI can barely get 5 fingers like correctly. So
Yeah.
like I don't know where y'all going with that. Yes, it can improve. Like I'm not saying it won't improve, but I am saying that there are things that artists can do that a robot cannot. Crochet, that's something a machine can never crochet. Like fundamentally, what crochet is cannot be done by a machine. So I don't know what these people are talking about. And there's something inherently beautiful about a painting or drawing being made by a person. Whether it's perfect or not, it was made by a person with intent. And like that's the actual beauty in it. I don't know, I don't talk about this often, but there is a specific little detail I keep in all of my art pieces, whether that's something I draw digitally or I paint or I like just anything. The little imperfections in my art I do not correct because to me, that is the human element. Like that is not perfection.
I
That there's
agree.
like the little mistakes here and there. And like so you'll see in my art, maybe there's like a line that's out of place or like there's a double layer of something. I won't say I do it purposefully. It's just the way that I draw and I don't correct it. I don't white out something or just adjust the way something looks. I'll keep it the way it is because that is the human experience, in my opinion, through art.
I love that. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Me.
And I think that's a beautiful way to like wrap up too. Yeah.
Just putting that final
Yeah.
beauty. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and just sharing your story and being so vulnerable and open. And I'm excited.
I'm sorry. Do you want to share your socials really quick?
Words, my brain stopped working for a second.
It's okay.
It was my pleasure being here. I'm so happy you guys asked me to do this. My socials like lostboy_art_. That's my thing on Instagram. I have a Kara page. No one looks at it, but it's called Lost Boy Studios. That's my business name in general. Like
Okay.
if anyone listening has Kara, like there you can find me. And yeah, that's all the social like. Oh, and I have a YouTube channel called it's called The Land of the Lost Boy. I post random
Awesome.
art things on there. Sometimes it's animation, sometimes it's like I have a podcast called Rambling Thoughts. It's exactly what it sounds like. I talk about random shit. Anything I feel like talking about, I will. But I be warned, I don't have a consistent upload schedule. I upload when I feel like it. I
Yeah.
don't just upload just to put stuff out. I only make something whenever I feel like it.
Okay.
I live.
But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for like inviting me here today. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this.
Yes, thank you. We
you
have
for being here.
to.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more of your work, and
Yes.
definitely send over the thing that inspired you to make your book.
All right, I will.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Queer Vision podcast. Once again, my name is Becca, one of your co-hosts and co-founders. I sat down with my co-host and co-founder, Koe, as well as Forrest. And we got to learn a lot about art and about his experiences with coming out as a trans man and figuring it out. So I really hope that you got something out of this conversation and that you have a new thought process or that you just enjoyed it and now you're going to go check out his art because you should. Anyway, thank you so much. If you want to learn more about us, go to queerolina.org. It's queerolina.org. And you can find featured queers that we have had on the podcast or in the magazine. You can also find our events. You can find our magazine because you should go check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, again, thank you so much. You're amazing. And we couldn't do this without you. So have a really good day. Okay, bye. I mean, according to the online, it says the planets are currently in a configuration where Mercury and the Sun are in Libra, while Venus and Mars are in Virgo and Scorpio. And I have no clue what that means, but Mercury was mentioned.
I can't stand you right now.
Hello? It says reconnecting. Hello? Can you still hear me? It was.
That's a cute cat.
Luna,
Yeah.
what if you're eating something off the carpet?
Is your cat's name Luna? Oh my gosh, my cat's has the same. My cat is named the same thing.
Yes, she is.
I live.
One of my
How
nieces
cute.
is named Luna.
Not your niece.
One of your
I
nieces.
can't with you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Jude
Luna.
I didn't want to name her Luna. I wanted to name my cat Artemis, but my mom wouldn't let me.
Man, I don't know about your mom.
I can't.
No. You can't just like wipe it and then catch up.
There's
They're
gonna
kind
be
of like
big
the
smear
crackles that are in
marks.
it. It's not smearing, it's crackling.
You have your camera salon.
God damn it.
What?
This kind of looks cool, honestly.
I told you it doesn't look bad. It just looked like it was uncomfortable because it was like about to drip in your eyeball. Or like in your nose. Plus you're gonna sweat whenever you're out anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's like just giving war paint almost, which is kind of what I like.
I mean, I do have acrylic paint. I have definitely put acrylic paint on my face. It crackles really cool.
You're crazy.
It's a day. Mercury, what are you doing? Retrograde?